day 30 update, free to play. Also live streaming same time with a few members from the clan cluster. Ashenber asked about the missions. The missions are going pretty good. I got through the Relic Keeper mission yesterday. I haven't done a 5th champion to 60, so I've been slacking a little bit because I've been focusing on all of this. Um, but yeah, I'll make an adjustment on the audio in just a minute, just a second. Um, actually, let me make that adjustment right now. How is that? Any better? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll turn my headset up a bit too. Is that an improvement? Anyway, back to here missions. I kind of had to sacrifice progression to kind of get this far, and I know some people are a bit further and have done more progression, but that's been a good bit of work for me to get here. Some of the missions took a minute, like the potion keeps. A couple of them took a bit because I was only doing low level dungeons at the time. I need to get a 5th champion to 60. I have quite a bit of food ready to go, but I need to just kind of finish maxing out stuff. These are pretty close. I got a whole bunch of 4 stars. And I've been working on some more 3 stars here and there. I could probably do a pretty easily do another 6-star. I mean, 1, 2, these 2 are already 40. That's a 5-star. And I have a good bit of energy that I can claim. I have that. I have this. I kept my advanced quests. I have 300 here, 75 here. So I should be able to get a 6-star within just a little bit. I've kind of been trying to hold off on doing the 6 stars because I want to see what I pull here in case I pull something that is really going to jump out at me. I've kind of sacrificed a lot of progression because I want to be able to get this guy booked. I need 2 books here, and my books have landed everywhere except for the spot that I need. Otherwise, I probably would have been pushing along on this way before now. Once he's booked out, I'll probably immediately start speed tuning on Nightmare, so long as I can figure out a way to deal with the stun. Yeah, the challenges are pretty good. They're not terribly expensive for what they are, especially if you can identify pieces of gear you want to use and leveling them up to 12. And then you also immediately get silver and energy back, so it's just all around really good. You get a void shard from the last one. This one's going to be 2 epic books, but it's going to take a minute. I don't have 4 pieces of 5 or 6-star regeneration. I don't even know if I have this. This shouldn't be too hard. Believe it or not, this might be a bit of a challenge because I haven't really gotten any good crit damage gloves. I think I have one 5-star set that's rolled up. I've kind of had, because of my limited gear, because of limited farming, I've had to kind of pick between survivability and or lifesteal and damage output. Haven't been wasn't real confident of relying on lifesteal until very recently when I finally got Deacon fully mastered earlier this week. So, and even then, it's just having lifesteal. You just don't have to think about it. It's just going to always work. So, there's a lot of value. There is cost, but having some value to offset it is, I think, makes it worth it, even if the value ultimately is, the cost is a little bit more than what you're getting back. But the good thing is, once you get past these these legendary books, which these two legendary books are going to be really big, getting the 5th, the next group of missions are very high return missions in my opinion. I mean, these two are done. That's another 300 energy and 350,000 silver, 300,000 here. So that's a big chunk of silver. With silver's hard to come by. 10 million. It's not going to be hard. Already silver 4. I think I can do 14 ice golem at this point. I think I was doing 13. This for sure can do. I think I'm done 16 or 18. Farming stage 15 Minotaur, so that's going to be easy. I don't know if I've tried 14 on Fire Knight, but I should be able to get that done, especially if I knock... I'm going to be getting an Armiger up to at least 5 stars, so that'll make that pretty easy, because I do have a Cold Heart. Spiders 10-14 actually might be a bit of a challenge. I've done 10, and I haven't even tried to go further than that. I might have to play around, but I think at 14, with enough gear, I can just, AoE burn it down, along with a Cold Heart and an Armiger. This wouldn't be too hard. I just need to get Amulet and Banner on some of the champions, because I haven't done Spider very much. I'm just missing pieces. In some cases, I don't even have a bad piece to put on. And then this will kind of be the next, probably, stop, because it's going to take a minute to get there. I am in Gold 5. I have been staying in Gold 5. I've been just basically refreshing, looking for things like this. Just beating up on solo arbiters. So my gear's not great. I have like no crit damage on anybody. So I don't really have the ability to fight a very strong team. If it's a full team, if it's got more than 100,000, I pretty much can't beat it unless they're just really squishy. I do have a decent speed tune with my team. Deacon speed boost. Ilfrig, I have him just a little bit faster than these two. Realistically, I wouldn't mind having him faster and him quite a bit faster, but I just haven't put much into his gear. I've just got him faster than these two so that he can go speed into increase attack, 2 nukes, and if that doesn't win, you basically just concede the fight. So I did have to do the 3 to 5 rank 5, so that's, you can tell I've pretty much gone straight for that. I haven't really put anything in anything else. Except for this, for some reason I just threw 1 in there. So most likely I would like to kind of put 2 or 3 in several others, but I think realistically I'm going to be progressing fast enough that I'm going to just pick one of these and roll it straight to 10. It's going to be a long time before I can do anything other than just hit 1-hitters. I'm able to get most of my arena tokens, I've lost a couple refills because I just haven't been able to use them. And but getting the 4 medals a fight is certainly worth it. If I can get 10 or 15 fights, if I can get 20 fights, it's great in a day. But I just keep it on my phone, refresh it periodically, and go from there. So I do have a silver chest. 50. I don't know what all comes in the silver chest, but 50 gems is good. I have not yet gotten a Ronda Soul. So all the people doing the free-to-play that got the Ronda Soul early and then complained about having Brimstone nerfed, I haven't even gotten one to complain about. So it's kind of a bummer. I do have a Soul Stone. Basilisk, don't have one. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've actually kind of been slacking clan boss a bit. I think I've 2-keyed a time or two. Normally it's just shy of a 2-key on brutal. My gear is really bad. Ronda has no extra crit damage. No extra crit damage. I don't even have a neck piece. I don't have a neck piece or a banner. That's how little I've done Spider. Silver is not bad. 150 silver. I would much rather have the gems though. 150,000. Champion training. I was in second. This guy's passed me. I got quite a bit more to do. I'm going to get this for sure. This guy hasn't moved a bit, but this guy has come from about 900 points behind to well ahead just today. I am probably going to try to keep pace with him and then try to burst past him last minute. Champion chase. I don't think I have enough to get this first book, but if I get really, really close after the void shards, I may pull the sacred. And then if I'm really close, I may pull other stuff because I wouldn't mind having extra legendary books because they are not easy to come by. So what do you say we pull some shards? Eight void shards. I don't think too many people have had much luck. I generally have terrible luck, although I've had some decent luck so far on this account. So, ready or not, here we come. Rare. Paragon, I'll take that. That is my stun target. Realistically, that's probably one of the better ones I can get because I actually run. My main account is a free-to-play as well, and I have, I don't know, 250 something days played on it. And I run Roshkar the Tower and a Paragon in Regeneration, and they can do. The last time I was running, it was really acting up, and I haven't tried to figure out what changed. But Roshguard and Paragon, you can run an unkillable for Void and Magic affinity. So, Paragon at a 191 speed, I think Roshguard is 254 speed. I'd have to look. So, that's not bad at all. Not to mention just the general cheese factor. So, I'll probably get him up to 5-star pretty quick. Seducer, I actually think I already have one of him. I did pull a couple voids early. Yeah. Bummer. Duplicate already. He will target unkillable champions, Deckrolf. Deckrolf is about clan boss targeting unkillable champions. Rushguard has a block damage on him. Paragon with the unkillable. He won't target him in certain circumstances, but there's kind of a weird priority system. I will run him in the lead, and he has to have a certain amount of health. The way the comp works is Roshguard will run 4-3 speed, and he will run a double turn before the first AoE, and the block damage goes on the second turn before the first AoE, and it will block the 2 AoE hits. So when the stun comes up, the block damage is already gone. What happens is before the Paragon runs actually a little bit faster than the clan boss, so he's technically will put the unkillable on himself for the second AoE, because he's going to take damage. And then he will have, he has to have regeneration gear or some immortal sets on him, or something that is going to consistently make sure he heals up. If he gets up to around half health, then the stun will come in, and the stun being a single attack, he will attack Paragon if he's in the lead, if there's no other weak affinity champions out there for the stun to target. If there's he generally will try to target the lead unless it's weak affinity, or if there's other champions that are weak. So it doesn't settle exactly right until about turn 7 or 8, because every now and then before then the clan boss will target one of the other champions just randomly with the stun. But generally it will set up after about 7 or 8 that coming out of the second AoE, Paragon heals up. He's about half health. Everyone else is full health. He's in the lead with no other affinity issues. Clan boss is going to hit him with the stun. On other affinity issues, you have to figure out another way to get the clan boss to target him. One option I've actually been looking at, believe it or not, is, I don't know if I can get this to work or not. I think this was him, the new guy. I want to say that if this is 4 turn, he would have to run at a 4-3 also. Oh, hey, it's Gunther. Gunther, I used to play World of Warcraft, and he was in my guild then, but I don't have time to play that much. This guy placing a veil on other allies, the clan boss may attack him only. So this may, if I can get Paragon to unkillable him consistently, or someone else to unkillable him consistently, he may be able to direct the stun at himself. Otherwise, you could just build him insanely tanky and, maybe survive 30 or 40 turns. The only problem is you would probably need to cleanse the stun because if it's not cleansed, he's gonna not have it up by time to takes the next stun shot. So Ripper Fist, not great. Fellhound. Could work. Campaign Farmer. Second Cold Heart. Yeah, I got a second Cold Heart to build. That ought to make Spider and the sub 20 dungeons pretty easy. So far for not having an epic, this has been pretty good. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm going to have to finish up. Yeah, not there. So, all rares. How close am I? 1171. I guess I could get to here, but I don't think I'm going to get to the legendary book. What do you say? Paragon and second Cold Heart's big. It gives me something to actually work with. What do you say? Do we rip the Sacred? Thinking about it. The only thing is I have champions that I could be building. There's a lot of epics that could help. I really need another Poisoner, but then again, I do have champions that I could build right now. I really need to 60 my Cold Heart and get War Master. There is 2x Ancient, and if I don't pull any of these, I will have a bunch of those. But then again, I have Rushguard and I have a Paragon. That is a team that I know I can build if I get the gear that will take me to Ultra Nightmare. The thing is, there are a lot of other champs that I need for other content. And I really don't need another legendary right now. The last two voids were Centurion HP Exchange and Interceptor, I think. 10x might be good, but I don't have a lot that's really, really good for dungeons. I have a Frozen Banshee who's going to be one of my next targets. Actually, here's what I need to do. I think I have enough books where I'm guaranteed to get. Not quite. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to pull the Ancients. I'm going to save them for the 2x Ancient. I don't really need any more rares that are going to do much. There's a lot of epics I could pull from an Ancient, but I do need some of those. There's much better pieces for Unkillable than Paragon that I could pull, and a lot of them are epics. What I really need is 2 books here. 2 books here in Paragon I can get there. If these 3 books don't land here, if 2 of them don't land here, then I'm going to need 1 more book. And to get that 1 more book, I would need the 6-star Force Champion. Which is going to be either Jamarsa, Abbess, because a Force Nuker would be really good. And she's got an AoE nuke with a decreased defense. That's pretty good. 2 AoEs. I've never used her before, but supposedly this one hits pretty hard. That would also allow me to probably push forward through Nightmare Campaign, which I am kind of stuck here because I can't get past. I struggle to get past the negative affinity, and then by the time I get to here, his Unkillable gets me, and I just can't survive it. So the plan would be to either use Jamarsa to survive and revive and get past it, or Abbess to nuke past it. So I actually think what I'm going to do, instead of waiting for Clan v Clan, I'm going to drop the books, and if I get the 2 books here, I'll probably pull the Sacred. See where it goes. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Good Lord. I just needed 2 books. Yeah. I've had to sacrifice so much progression just to try to push towards legendary books. So the good news is I can have a book today. I'm going to have to 6-star another champion. I can make 1 Force. My hope was he gets his books, then I can 6-star Frozen Banshee, get her masteries, put her in lifesteal. She can solo the dragon at pretty high levels if you just get her to the dragon, if she's got enough defense with poison and her defense speed and her poisons on the dragon. Otherwise, she'll probably be the next one, unless I get just something else that's way better. The other thing is, I will certainly be able to get a legendary book here. How did my champion training jump up? Did I just get points for summoning shards in champion training? Oh, the books. That's right. I forgot. The books are part of the champion training now. 200 apiece. I forgot they added that. I normally just save those for Clan v Clan. So this is not going to be hard to get. So I can just basically assume that I have him booked up and just waiting on the last one to hit. So in that case, I'm not that worried about a sacred, because I will be doing Nightmare shortly and Ultra Nightmare not long after, so long as I can get the gear. And there are other champs that I really could use to build out over the next couple weeks that'll help me get the gear better. So yeah, let's do it. Come on, no whammies. Decrease attack A1. I don't think I've ever used them. AoE provoke with a shield. Book up to 75. That could be really good for waves. That could be really good for waves. That's exactly what I need is a dungeon. I mean, this guy might... I mean, this guy could potentially help me get past Ultra Nightmare all the way up to getting the next books anyways. Defense champion. Increase defense and increase attack on all allies. Attacks all enemies. The high chance of provoke. The one problem with Clan Boss is some of the affinities have an increased attack. So you would not be able to use him there unless you're going to keep that cleansed off him at all times. Guaranteed to get rid of it. Because otherwise it's going to increase this champion, it's going to increase his turn meter, and he's going to break speed tune and he's going to die. Unless I just don't ascend him. But if I don't ascend him, I can't put other pieces on him. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to have to end it there. And I think that's going to work. So thank you all for joining on the Shard Pool, and we'll catch you all later.